Hey everybody, you're watching the Christiana 321, and this video is not gone according to plan. So, I was going to visit the 3 Goodwills in Green Bay and take you guys, actually thrifting with me as a novice thrifter who has learned from um, one of the greats, Resale Rabbit, but also I've just been getting a lot of thrifting content added. So I went to the first one, Green Bay East, and there was nothing. It is a Saturday morning, so I wasn't expecting a lot, but it was very, very slim pickings. One, there are a few items that I know just looking at are going to be worth grabbing usually. Things like graphing calculators, mices with the little scroll ball for your thumb, and then ergonomic keyboards. Always really great. 2, I mostly use the UPC barcode scanner thingy in the eBay app to look up items. So if it doesn't have a tag on it, I'm usually not even touching it. I'll look up used items if they have a box with the UPC tag, and then brands that I recognize. Because if I recognize them, usually it means that they are reputable, because up until recently I only really bought from reputable kind of places, and there are a lot of people in this parking lot and it's kind of making me nervous. But then I do sometimes just recognize store brands and not remember that they're store brands, like Target ones or Walmart or Kohl's, because I do shop at those places too, and I just don't remember brands anyway. And so I'll try and look them up in the app. Sometimes it's really easy, sometimes it's not. So basically I'm looking to see, am I going to at least double my money? That's kind of my rule for where I'll purchase. And so I take into account, I assume, like some fees and then also shipping. The heavier items are going to be more expensive to ship than the lighter items, so there needs to be more of a profit margin, or more of a gap between what Goodwill is listing it for and what eBay has it selling for. So there were some in there that were around double, but the next thing that I take into consideration is whether John will ship it for me and list it for me. He's already said he will not take care of clothes kind of items, clothes, shoes, bags. That's on me. I need to start my own eBay account because I have bought some stuff that I think would sell in those categories, but he doesn't want to deal with them, which is fair. He gets enough of those on pallets and he doesn't like dealing with them at that point. And then the third thing that I take into consideration is I try to never buy things that I think are needs. So people who shop at Goodwill because it is a lower price point, I don't want to feel like I'm taking something necessary from them. Most of the stuff I look for, the only exception is graphing calculators, because there are high schoolers that have to have a graphing calculator, and being able to buy it at a place like Goodwill for, I think I did buy a graphing calculator from Goodwill one time and it was like $5, but it didn't come with a charging cord. Anyway, but so being able to buy something at that price point when you're a high schooler in a lower income family, or a college kid, again, in a lower tax bracket, would be really beneficial. And so I feel bad about the graphing calculator. I don't know if I'm going to do graphing calculators anymore. But things that are safety related, which, if you're buying safety related things, be from secondhand, be very careful and inspect it. It can take something that is there to protect you and make it something actually unsafe to wear if there's damage or anything like that going on. Anyway, but so I try not to buy safety related things that, again, people would need that might not be able to buy them from the bigger stores, the more expensive places, and children's clothes. Those are the other that's the other category that I don't even look at when I'm in there, because I know I've got family members who have children who buy from places like Goodwill and Once Upon a Child and different thrift store locations. All that to say, there wasn't really anything in there that met all of my categories. There were a couple on the edge where, like, there were some good comps in eBay and then some that weren't, and so it's a little bit too big of a risk for me on those. I did buy one thing from this Goodwill though, and then we'll get to the other Goodwills. I should have like a montage. I didn't even film in there. I should have. Anyway, I did buy one thing for me, me and John, because I can't decide if he will appreciate this or not. It's a lighthouse toothbrush holder, because he loves lighthouses. But you can't just throw this in the dishwasher like his current toothbrush holder, and he is very particular about germs and things. Sometimes, and then sometimes he's not. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that right now. So, very cute looking, but this is just going to end up at the Airbnb house because he doesn't want to put his toothbrush in it. It does not look like people cleaned this before donating it, so I'm kind of regretting touching it. Anyway, on to the next Goodwill. Alright, Green Bay West. I'm saving my favorite one for last, because it's near the warehouse, and it's warehouse sale weekend, so I'll be going to that as well. Stay tuned, it'll be very fun. Let's see what this one has going on. It is now later in the day on a Saturday, so I have even less confidence that we're going to find anything. So these gray things, or in some Goodwills, they'll be black carts, but those are new product that's come out. So even if you're later in the day, if it's on those carts, they might not have gone through yet. So we got this Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. See, the model number there is 1878. The comps online were about $40, $45 in that range. Only $6. Squishmallows. So I feel like Squishmallows are kind of the Beanie Babies of the next generation. If you were planning on selling them, now's a good time, especially if they still have tags, but I'm seeing more and more of them at the Goodwills. They might not be worth much longer. They are super cute and super comfy and like great for what they're meant to be, stuffed animals. Don't need that yet. It's a lighthouse cookie jar. So a while back, John and I stayed at an Airbnb that was lighthouse themed. Do you think he would notice if I just slowly turned his house into a lighthouse Airbnb house? It'd be so cute. Hazel! Alright, so I did look up a few other things, but the only thing that was really worth it was that keyboard. We'll see. John probably won't post it on eBay until after the sale, so... Well, Tim will post it, I guess. I don't know how that works. Anyway, I did also see this beautiful jewelry box, or jewelry holder thingy, which I've been looking for one, sort of. I have a jewelry box from when I was very little. It is broken. It doesn't really go with my aesthetic anymore. It's still really pretty though, so I might try and fix it one day, but what needs to be done on that one, it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. This one, however, It's just missing one of the drawer poles, and there is a Michael's like literally right over there. So I'm gonna stop in there. There's a couple of scuffs, but it does go with my office aesthetic. So I will be happy to put this in my office. So in the morning, when I'm in a rush to get ready, if I want to add on earrings or a necklace or something later in the day, I can do that. I feel like that was a very disjointed sentence, but this for me, it was about $6. Keyboard was about $6. So far this going thrifting for reselling, I've bought 2 things for me and 1 thing for reselling. So it's going great. Well, that was the best. They didn't have anything that would work. There's a little section with like wood stuff, but the only accessories in that area were for leather, and so I'm gonna have to look a little harder, I guess. I did see that there were some on Amazon, but I was trying to buy from a store. There are other craft stores around though, so that'll be for another time, I suppose. The drawer that's missing a handle is for the ring drawer, and I don't wear rings at the moment. So, alright, final Goodwill of the day. This is the Schwabenon Goodwill on Oneida Street. If you go that way, a ways, you'll be at the warehouse. So, it's almost lunchtime. I'm getting hungry. Maybe we'll go here, get lunch, and then go to the warehouse sale. Lighthouse. Got a graphing calculator here for $3. That is a weird one though. I was looking it up and knew I was getting a good amount, but used it really wasn't. But if you need a graphing calculator for school, there's one here, at least for the next little bit. This karaoke machine is kind of a weird one. It's sold on eBay for anywhere from $10 plus shipping to I think $40 plus shipping, which it's selling for $10 here, so really hard to say what it would go for, and it's kind of bulky. Don't really want to deal with storing it. I wouldn't be storing it, but I'm guessing John won't want to. I'm not seeing much here, partially probably because of how late in the day it is. All the good stuff is gone, but I'm gonna check out a little bit more of the store. We've got this Hoover Legacy. There are 2 solds, one for $40, one for $80, both plus shipping. I just don't know. So this one I actually texted John, and so if he's not too busy with the warehouse sale, maybe we'll find out time to buy it, because it's $20 here, so buying it for $20 and then selling for $40 is not really gonna be worth it. And it's kind of bulky to hold on to, but if we think we can get $80 for it, maybe? I don't know. Well, this would be for me. I know Christmas stocking holders that are like metal, which these ones are, and that you get the whole set, spells out the word, can be really good, but I just can't find this specific set, and at $4 a piece, it's too much of a risk. So I can't find this anywhere on eBay. I've tried a lot of different search tactics. A similar one for National Lampoon did come up, and it is sold for $20. So I'd assume something like that. It's super cute though. Great for the office lover in your life. It's for how much? I have it $6 though. I don't know. Alright, so yeah, I did not find anything. Those wood carved statues of the little animals looked super cool. I couldn't find any real comps online. I thought maybe if I got them all together, I could sell them as a set. One of them had a sticker that said handcrafted in Kenya, which I feel like is a good thing. Oh, I'm filming myself, but the car on the other side of my camera has a small child in it, so I feel kind of weird. So let's not be here anymore. Alright, so also it's getting warm out. It's like 70 degrees and I'm still wearing this jacket. But I have a purse, and so my jacket is my purse with my wallet and keys and everything and my phone, instead of having to carry them or stick them in a pocket. Anyway, we're heading towards the warehouse. John said it was kind of slow, so I don't feel bad about stopping by. When they're busy, I don't like to hang out, because then John will sit and talk to me, and then his workers are not very happy with me distracting him. Anyway, it's his choice. I'm perfectly fine just sitting around people watching. Although last time I was there, one of his like actual friends, I guess, was there, and as I was people watching, and then I felt weird. When it's just like random customers that don't know him, I don't feel as weird. Anyway, so other things about looking for stuff at Goodwill. So I got the golf bag. I don't remember if I said that. It was only basically $13, which is fine. Like, golf is an expensive hobby, and so that's a pretty good deal. It seemed like a good bag. I looked through all the pockets and everything. That way I can have a bag for myself. Last year John and I talked about going golfing together some. I'd like to get better at golfing, where at least I'm not embarrassing to the people around me. When I go with like work people or whatever. So I'd like to do that this summer time frame. John and I. And I would like there's more people. I drove by before hitting all of the Goodwills. Hang on. This parking lot. A, don't vlog while driving. B, this parking lot especially, there's lots of people running around, so. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I got the golf bag so that I can eventually put some golf clubs in it. Basically every Goodwill has golf clubs, so I don't know if I'll just collect them randomly or if I'll try it and get like a good set, and now I have a bag so I don't have to worry about buying a bag. I do want to get one of the little roller things, because even if you're golfing with a golf cart, you have to get the bag to the golf cart, and once it has clubs in it, they get heavy. Anywho, I feel like I should go in this store. I'm on a boat. $700 or best offer, $3. No wonder so many people are confused about how much things cost when they only update some of the signs. So John was busy. I would have gotten him on camera too. And I didn't drop off the keyboard because they're in the middle of the sale, so they aren't going to list it anyway. And there's already a couple of other things that I've picked up from Goodwill in the past that they haven't listed yet because of the sale. So I'm just going to stick it with those things and see John after work today. I'm going to get some food, and then I've got some work to do, and I'm going to edit this video. So, thanks for coming along with me. Oh wait, no, 2 more things about Goodwill, or about thrifting. First one is thrift what you know. So, like, I've got a friend, coworker named Ty. Hi, Ty. He watches some of these videos. He knows sound equipment really well. So, when you see speakers or I don't know other things to do with sound, he had a like little switcher box thing at his desk last time we worked together. That is the technical term, switcher box thing. And um, so he would be able to recognize those and also know what brands to look for. I know a couple of sound system brands that are good, um, but I know very little about it. He would do much better thrifting those items than I ever could, because I'm just going based off of what has already sold on eBay. And if there's new stuff, better stuff that hasn't made it to the eBay market yet, I wouldn't know about it. Anyway, thrift what you know. And then the last thing I'll say is anytime there's a Goodwill thrifting video, a lot of times there'll be comments about how, like, it's not right to be buying and then upselling online. But the thing is, Goodwill is is run as a charity, fundraiser kind of thing. They are not in the business of selling things as cheap as possible, just to help out people who are in a lower income bracket. They are in the market of selling things for what they think they can get for it in order to raise money for their worker training programs or whatever. And so that's a cool car. I'm parked at the like exit to the parking lot, but the secret exit that only the staff people go through. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so whether you're buying to upsell online or you're buying for your own consumption or whatever, that doesn't matter to Goodwill. Goodwill is just looking to sell whatever they can to raise money so that they can fund their employee training, or I forget what it's called, but they train people in job skills, give them experience and stuff, so that they can go out there and contribute to the capitalist society that we've got going on. So buying from Goodwill is not inherently evil, even if you are just doing it to sell it for more money later on. And like I said, I stay away from the things that are like needs and people in lower income brackets do actually need to buy as cheaply as possible. I guess you could argue ergonomic keyboards could fall under that category, but I'd have a problem with that argument. There are plenty of keyboards that are not spaceship shaped. Anyway, that is all for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. And what should I have for lunch? By the time you see this, I'll have already eaten, but give me some good ideas. All right. Happy reselling and thrifting to all of those who are in this category, and let's learn together. Do you have any tips for me in any of my shots of the stores? Did you see something that I didn't see? Probably. There's a lot of stuff, although maybe I was going too fast with the camera. Anyway, good night, sweet dreams. Goodbye.